All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go.
Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Finding some room at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, Collins. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him a gain of 37. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Down. Green the line. Green the line.
But on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Alex Collins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Watson. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. To throw on 2nd is Watson.
Sharks got it left side. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Watch it now, Barney!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Reset!
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back 22! Back 22! Two jet!
Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. DeJuan Smoot able to drop him for a loss of 4.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And they'll run it here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Here's a first down run with Collins. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and goal, Collins. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Collins now the lone man in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Alex Collins with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Watson to throw on second down. And this one is incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watson now to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Lucky 56.
To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. Lee's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the gun, here's Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
To throw on second down, Watson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Call it a gain of 5. And just like that, it's third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Reset. Down. Black 22.
Now Watson to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Green, the line. Green, the line.
Watson now operating from the gun. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Telvin Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jaguars getting set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. After the run, Watson going to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and they will score. Pick 6 for the Texans TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We got three, fellas. Set! Green, 39!
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Watson looking to throw on second down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
No. Check. Patriot.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over.
And they'll go on the ground. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. 3.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
To throw is Watson on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now Watson to throw on 2nd down. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Here's Watson. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Set. 319. 319.
Here's Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 21-17. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
On first down, Watson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Black 22.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watson now looking to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Watson, operating from the gun. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now a give to Collins. Look at this spin.
Balance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. This is Collins on the handoff. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Down. Blue 80. Blue 80.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And now out come the Jags. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Watson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. First throw now for the backup Bortles. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now they try the right side here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Collins. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They go again with Collins. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Got a man open. It's 4 for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. To throw is Bortles. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
380!
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Bortles again. And that will be incomplete as well. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Zerline good with a PAT. And a lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Green 80. Green 80.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, green the line. Green the line. Two jet. Two jet.
Now Collins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.
You